participants, the nature of the events, it's to be a substantially enhanced event. The key objective and what we are attempting to do as a country through the AI Impact Summit is primarily to enable the democratization of technology, and that too specifically of AI. The Honorable Prime Minister has been firmly of the view that technology needs to be democratized and needs to benefit the broadest cross-section of people, and that's part of one of the key objectives which we are attempting through the Impact Summit. The very fact that it is hosted in the Global South and will have significant participation from those countries is important. The other element is, of course, the development of various solutions and applications in India and how they can be offered to the rest of the world. The potential for India to emerge as the capital for AI applications is something that we have spoken of for some time, and that's clearly how we can actually do it. Then, how does it impact a critical area, especially governance? For many countries of the Global South and for India, the quality of governance can be significantly enhanced through the use of technology in key sectors of the economy, and that's exactly what we are attempting to do. Then the other key element in order to ensure that technology is able to spread throughout the rest of the world is to, at some level, harmonize and align the kind of governance and standards that we set. And that's again part of the objective of what we are attempting, to arrive at a common understanding amongst countries in that space. So this is a key area. And the last and most significant key area is to enable everybody to have a voice in this space, not only geographically, but also in terms of the groups of people who are representing, who need to be represented, and to include those who would traditionally get excluded. Now, in terms of the scale, this is a significantly enhanced event. We expect representatives from 100 plus countries to join. We are also expecting 100 plus global AI leaders at the level of CEOs and CXOs. Most of the significant technology companies are being represented. There are more than about 500 other leading AI experts from the world in a variety in the academic sphere and other spheres who are expected to join as well. There are 500 plus side events, high impact side events, which will be held alongside in that entire week between the 16th and the 20th of February. There are 10 plus actionable and tangible deliverables that we would be focusing on, and we expect more than 1 lakh people to be attending this event during the summit week. We've already seen a registration of close to about 70,000 delegates, and more are coming in every day as we speak. Now, the pre-summit events that we've held so far, 550 pre-summit events are to be held. Already 462 events are done, and another 88 events will be held in the coming week or 10 days, which will take it to a total of 550. Now, on a daily basis, there are 3 or 4 events which are held in Delhi itself every day, but the spread, both internationally and across the country, is significant. We have held them in across 30 countries. There have been these pre-events, and in about 115 cities across India, representing almost all the states and UTs in the country. Now, already more than 3 lakh participants have been engaging with various happenings relating to the summit thus far. This is just a visual representation of some of the key events which have been held in different parts of the world: Kuala Lumpur, Nairobi, London, Cape Town, New York, and likewise within India in Hyderabad, Mumbai, and other cities. We've also had events spread across regional summits in order to spread the message. 7 of them in Thiruvananthapuram, in Gandhinagar, in Bhopal, in Jaipur, in Lucknow, in Bhubaneswar, and in Shillong. These events have been held. Plus, we've had working group meetings. There have been 7 working groups which have been working towards the lead up to the summit. Part of the intention is to increase people's participation, Jan Bhagidari that is, and to make sure that we are able to do outreach. We've had events in Chennai, we've had events in Bangalore, Mumbai, Hyderabad, Bhubaneswar again, Guwahati, and also in Lucknow. Now, some of the key flagship events that we are aiming through this summit preparation. First, of course, is the AI for all. So far, we have received, as part of this global challenge, 1,350 applications, and 21% of them have come from across the globe. And in the AI by Her, which has also been a very popular challenge, we have received about 800 plus applications, 17% from across the world. And Yuva AI, which is targeted the age group between 13 and 20 years of age, we have received 2,500 applications so far, and there a significant portion of the response has been from within the country. So you can see how enthusiastic Indian youth are about this conceptually. And out of these large number of applications, our juries have now shortlisted and brought the number of solutions which they want to bring it down to. 15 Indian solutions in AI for all and 5 global solutions. And likewise, in AI by Her, they've shortlisted 23 Indian solutions and 7 global solutions. And Yuva AI, they've shortlisted 15 Indian solutions and 5 global solutions. Finally, they will sort of work it down to about 5 major prize winners in each of these categories. These applications have been received from almost 84 countries across the world, so you can thereby gauge even the people-to-people impact that the summit preparations have had and the lead-up has generated. Another important element of the AI Summit is the Research Symposium, which has been curated by IIIT Hyderabad. Again, a large number of papers we have received, almost 250 high-quality entries have been received from across the world, from Africa, Asia, Latin America. The Global South particularly has been showcased. And what our intent here is that there should be a tangible outcome in terms of high-quality research output coming out of this summit, and this would also strengthen India's position as a global thought leader in the space of AI. The knowledge products are being created, and these would be in the form of various publications that we would be putting out alongside the AI Summit, and we've collaborated with a number of institutions, both international and domestic, in this step. The International Labour Organization is coming up with a framework for equitable workforce transition, which is a key concern. The World Health Organization is looking at a casebook on AI health use cases in the Global South. In each of these spaces, we are also coordinating very closely with the concerned ministries in the Government of India. The World Bank and Vadhwani AI together are putting together a casebook on AI in agriculture. The International AI Safety Report is being brought out by the Scientific Panel for AI, which is led by Yoshua Bengio, a leading AI academic. Then there is a framework for sustainable AI infrastructure, which is being put together alongside by the International Energy Agency, a casebook on the real-world impact of AI in energy. There are concerns about how much energy AI data centers and others and the compute facility would require. So this is being looked at both at a national and an international level. There's a casebook on AI in education which is being put together, and likewise a casebook on AI and gender empowerment, which we are doing with UN Women as a group. In addition, from vision to impact, there is a large expo which is being planned. There'll be close to 400 booths which are meant for major companies, significant representation from both Indian technology companies and global technology companies, and more than 450 startups being featured in startup pods. And there's a specific emphasis on the kind of work that startups are doing. We expect about 2 lakh attendees to come and see various aspects of the expo, which would open on the 16th of February with a possible visit from the Prime Minister on the 17th of February. nearly 70,000 square meters of exhibition area across various halls in Bharat Mandapam have been prepared for this. The response has been overwhelming. The entire space has been taken, and there's still demand for more people to come in. In terms of the working groups and outcomes, as we had previously briefed, the three major pillars of the summit are people, planet, and progress, and within that, there are 7 themes or chakras for the working groups. There's one on AI for economic growth and social good, which is ultimately representing what the impact is. There's another on democratizing access to AI resources, which is very critical in terms of how countries of the global south in particular can have access to compute, data sets, and so on. Then, and models, of course. Inclusion for social empowerment is a very important element, particularly persons with disabilities and others, as to how they can benefit from AI and how they should not be excluded from this entire process. Resilience, innovation, and efficiency, particularly in terms of energy, water use, and so on, the implications there and how we can do it much more efficiently. AI for science, which is very critical in terms of further research that can take place and how we can do better science using AI. And human capital, again, a critical area, both in terms of how AI can enhance human capacities and how the human in the loop and human centricity of AI is ensured, and at the same time, the kind of skilling which is needed to take forward what needs to, how people, especially in a country like India, can adapt to AI. And of course, most importantly, safe and trusted AI, because the emphasis on AI governance and the emphasis on making sure that we have safe and trusted AI that we can use, something which has been underlined repeatedly even in the Indian context, is given due importance. In the summit week itself, as I already said, the AI Impact Expo would be inaugurated on the 16th of February and will go on till the 20th of February. And the various summit events, including the three challenges, AI by Her, Yuva AI, AI for All, and the Research Symposium, there will be presentations which will go on parallelly. And there'll be a number of AI sessions, nearly 500 sessions, which will have keynotes by significant speakers, panels, roundtables, a number of institutions doing these sessions. We would have them on all 5 days at Bharat Mandapam and a few other venues across the city. Some of the details of the program are already up on the portal. The remaining are being finally scheduled and adjusted, and very soon you will see the full details of the entire program and who's speaking and who are the major speakers, where it is being held, and so on. The main event is on the 19th of February. 19th of February, there's an inaugural event with participation by the Honorable Prime Minister and leading members of both industry and some of the country's leaders. The leaders' plenary is to be held immediately thereafter at Bharat Mandapam in the summit room, and we expect the participation by about 15 heads of states and government already confirmed, possibly more, and about 40 other ministers and a number of other official level leaders of the delegation. CEO's roundtable is to be held in the afternoon on the same day, and that will again be a significant event where about 30 or so leading CEOs in the AI space will interact directly with the Prime Minister. In addition, on 20th of February, we have the GPay Council. As you're aware, India was the chair of GPay, the Global Partnership on AI, during 2023-24. And we had hosted the GPay summit meeting here in Delhi in November of 2023. And the next council meeting is also being hosted there, since most of the leaders would be available and so most of the member countries would also be present. A final valedictory event is planned on the 20th, where the prizes and the recognition for all those who have participated in the challenge events would be given away. As I already said, we have confirmations from 14 heads of government and heads of state, and more than 40 ministers have already confirmed, and more coming in. In addition to these 54, we are expecting official level delegations from close to another 50 countries. 100 plus CEOs and founders who have confirmed, academicians and researchers, 150 confirmed, including 2 Nobel laureates, and 300 plus CTOs, vice presidents, philanthropists, representing a wide range of companies and startups involved in the AI space who would be there. These are some of the top global CEOs and AI leaders who have confirmed participation: Jensen Huang of NVIDIA, Sundar Pichai of Google, Dario Amodei of Anthropic, Shri Mukesh Ambani, CMD of Reliance Industries, Anna Tumadottir, CEO of Creative Commons, Demis Hassabis, CEO of Google DeepMind, Bill Gates of the Gates Foundation, Cristiano Amon of Qualcomm, Olivier Blum of Schneider Electric, Roy Jacobs of Philips, who have been leading in health and AI for quite some time now, Mr. Chandrasekaran, chairperson of the Tata Group, Shantanu Narayan of Adobe, Raj Subramaniam of FedEx, Jonathan Ross, chief architect in NVIDIA and the founder of Grok, G-R-O-Q, not to be mistaken with G-R-O-K. Then Brad Smith, the number 2, the vice chair and president of Microsoft, Sir Tony Blair, former Prime Minister of the UK, Nandan Nilekani, then Jay Chaudhary, CEO of Zscaler, Mr. Mittal of Bharti Airtel, and Ms. Roshni Nadar Malhotra of HCL. Also, academicians, Professor Raj Reddy, who's widely regarded as a father of AI in terms of having been the mentor and the PhD guide for many of the leading scientists in the space, Dr. Sarah Hooker of Adaption Labs, Dr. Yan LeCun, Joshua Bengio, of course, Stuart Russell, Professor Fei-Fei Li, one of the leading experts today from Stanford University, Professor Alison Nobel from University of Oxford, and Anima Anand Kumar from Caltech. So that's broadly an outline of the way the event flow is likely to be and what is likely to happen. And we'll take questions. The Minister will take questions thereafter. Thank you.
Thank you for the detailed presentation, sir. Moving to the key announcements under the India AI Impact Summit, we bring to you the launch of the Impact Agenda Leadership Reflections. This compendium has been collated with reflections from over 60 leading industry experts on their vision for the future of AI and its role in driving inclusive growth, innovation, and societal impact. I request Hon'ble Union Minister of Electronics and IT, Railways, Information and Broadcasting, Shri Ashwini Vaishnaw ji, to kindly press the button and launch the compendium.
Thank you.
Thank you, dignitaries. It is now my honor to invite our chief guest, Shri Ashwini Vaishnaw ji, to deliver the keynote address.
There is no keynote address here. I just wanted to wrap up what our Secretary Meti has given the update on AI Impact Summit. The summit has got phenomenal response. This is going to be the 4th and the biggest AI summit so far in the entire world. The response from practically 100 countries, the number of heads of state and government, already 15 confirmations received, and the industry has responded so well. More than 100 CEOs are joining us in the Impact Summit. What's being noted is the systematic manner in which India has developed its AI ecosystem. Very recently, Honorable Prime Minister interacted with the people who are developing the models, the people who are developing the applications, and the people who are setting up the infra. As we all know, AI architecture has 5 layers, and the app layer people who interacted with Honorable PM yesterday, it was very encouraging that the pivot that they have taken is such a systematic pivot, and that the strength that our IT industry has had over several decades now, that strength is being put to providing AI solutions rather than the old model of having software development. So it was very heartening. All the IT majors, they kind of methodical way in which they are reskilling their people, they are rediscovering their customers, they are re-engaging with their markets. That was really encouraging. When they met Honorable Prime Minister, they shared that they have developed more than 200 models so far, which are very focused, very small, and totally oriented towards solving the problems of one particular sector. I think that is the big learning that so many people today express, that the real value will come from the deployment of AI, getting those productivity gains, getting those efficiency gains. This was very evident in Honorable Prime Minister's interaction with the teams which are developing on the applications and the solutions. Few weeks ago, Honorable Prime Minister interacted with the teams which are developing the stack of sovereign models. Very happy to share with you that the models are in very good shape, and we should be launching those models in the AI Impact Summit. So we look forward to all of you using them and giving your feedback and making them a big success. On the infra layer, again we had very good participation with Prime Minister's roundtable yesterday. So far, we clearly have about $70 billion worth investment already getting into the ground, getting into the execution phase, $70 billion. And the way we see the enthusiasm, we shouldn't be surprised if this number doubles by the time the AI Impact Summit is over. So that's very significant investment which is going into the infra layer. On the energy layer, our robust grid is being recognized by the world today, and our ability to have almost, we have today 50% of our energy, of our power generation capacity is green power. That is being noted, and the robustness of the grid, the diversity of our grid, all the investment which has gone in the grid in the last 10 years, that is being noticed by the world. So we are in a very good shape in that sense, and we will be focusing a lot on talent development. I have discussed with the industry, we have been discussing for last almost 1.5 years what is the right model for developing talent. Many experiments have already gone very well. So many experiments at skilling the people to make them AI ready, to make them able to enable them to use AI in their day-to-day lives. That has gone down very well. The industry has done their own experiments as part of NASSCOM and part of METI's Future Skills program, where they have interacted, they have collaborated with universities and developed programs where very high level of AI skills are being provided to students. More than almost 5 lakh students have been able to get those skills so far. Now we will take it to a next level, and the industry is going to be the main participant in that. You recall how we did it in telecom, where 500 labs were set up in universities, 5G labs, 100 5G labs were set up in universities. And you have seen in case of semiconductors, where 315 universities now have complete stack of EDA tools, and students are designing chips, students are taping out their chips. We'll have a similar model now. Industry is finalizing the course curriculum. We'll have a similar model where now we'll be more ambitious and we'll go to 500 universities where we will provide the AI infra and the course curriculum where students can get very good training on AI opportunities, and then that can become a major talent pipeline for the industry. So this was also decided in the last few reviews that we have been having. Apart from that, we'll also take up major research programs which we will announce in the AI Summit. So that way our program is very comprehensive. And one more thing which I wanted to share with you is, the world is taking note of our common compute facility in a very big way. This is a democratization of technology approach which our Prime Minister has very clearly forwarded, propagated in the last 11 years, whether it is UPI, whether it is DigiLocker, whether it is CoWIN, whether it is 5G rollout. All these programs basically showcase the philosophy of democratization of technology, and the common compute is part of that. You should be hearing some good news, some more additions to the common compute stack, and in the coming times, as we more or less close the first part of the AI mission, another 5 to 6 months, we should be going for the AI mission 2, and I'll be seeking your inputs on what else we should be doing on a much larger scale in the second version of the AI mission. I'll stop here and take your questions. Should we go the regular protocol that we follow here? From the first row, second row, third row, that kind of thing? Okay. So first row are all guests, right? Media starts from second row. Second row? Yeah.
Thank you. I'm Anil Handa. Big event is happening, and elaborate presentation has been made, and I'm sure the progress is very good. My question is very basic, related to the data. A lot of data is being generated, will be generated. So on the data issue, who owns the data, how it will be shared, and what is the revenue model, if at all it is there?
If you look at the AI mission portal, the non-personal, anonymous data of weather related, transportation related, many geographical data sets, almost 7,000 data sets have been uploaded on the AI Kosh. So take a look at that. That will give you the, that's a very big enabler. As we all know, one of the biggest raw materials for generating AI models and creating that value is data. With that raw material, our startups and students and researchers, they can create new solutions. That's why we created that as a common property, and we uploaded it on the AI Kosh. So I think it is about 7,000 now? 7,000 plus. It's each time when we discuss it, it's a larger number. Right? Last time when we discussed it was 3,000 something, now it is 7,000 plus. So that data set is continuously increasing. Yeah, so next.
Yeah, this is Raghavendra Varma from German television ZDF. So this is only an impact summit, or there are also questions to be answered about the future development of AI, the future models where the ethical questions will be involved? And do we already have agenda on what are those sensitive questions, how much power AI should have and who should be given, and how much have the big AI developing companies, have they agreed to abide by what comes out from these discussions? Would it happen in this summit, some special session on that also?
7 sutras. 7 chakras. Listen, it's a very good question and good that you asked. The AI Impact Summit is a very comprehensive summit. It will be basically working on 7 sutras, 7 themes, chakras, 7 chakras, which are the 7 themes. The 7 themes are AI for economic growth and social good, democratizing AI resources, second. Third, inclusion for social empowerment. Fourth, safe and trusted AI, which has what are the ethical uses of AI, what are the right governance models. Fifth, human capital. How do we create the right capital for human capital for the AI world? As many of us say, this is the 5th industrial revolution. To be prepared for this 5th industrial revolution, what is it that we should do on the talent development, on reskilling, upskilling, on developing our universities? That's part of the human capital, and we believe that's a very major part. 6th is science, which means how AI can really help us develop new materials, develop new discoveries, develop new drugs, new pharmaceutical discoveries, transport optimization, a variety of other things. And last is 7th, resilience, innovation and efficiency, because we believe in climate goals very sincerely. We believe in clean growth as India, as a country and as a government. So that's why this is one of the major themes. So these 7 themes are all encompassing. It's a very comprehensive agenda we have kept. There will be more than 500 separate sessions in which the best brains of the world are participating, including 2 Nobel laureates who are going to discuss about all aspects of AI. And that is why we are saying that this is the biggest summit on AI ever held in the world. Next question. You see, second row, anybody in second row? Second row this side, yeah?
Yeah.
Rajesh.
Good evening, sir. Rajesh Roy here from the Associated Press. Who are some of the prominent head of states who have confirmed their participation, and how is the participation looking from US and China? Mr. Krishnan in his presentation said 10 plus deliverables are expected. Can we get some broader sense of what those are likely to be? Will there be a New Delhi declaration akin to the G20, and what elements is it likely to include?
We'll share the names of the heads of states as the time comes. We have given you the number of heads of states who have already given the confirmations. The deliverables will be as I said, they will be all revolving around the 7 themes. The deliverables will basically be clear roadmaps on each of these 7 themes. We believe that AI is something where the entire world will have to come together and will have to come on common principles on the basis of which AI will grow in the world. There are certain factors which makes AI technology very unique. Unlike in the past, where the technological revolutions and the industrial revolutions could originate in one place and then slowly move in the other parts of the world. In case of AI, the diffusion is going to be very rapid, and the impact on society also is as important as the benefits to the economy. The trust which is there in the social institutions is as important as the productivity and efficiency gains which AI brings. So that's why we have to have a very comprehensive look at the development of AI. and that's where the entire world has to come together and develop one voice, and this is the thought process that India has always propagated, even when it was the chair of GPay and now as the chair of the summit.
Sir, good afternoon. This is Sanjay Agarwal. So my question is about METI and the AI people have developed Adalat.ai. So Adalat.ai, will it ultimately be able to predict the outcome of a legal case which are pending in the court, sir?
No. Next.
सिद्धार्थ बोल रहा हूँ न्यूज स्टेशन से। सर, एक जो बड़ा सवाल खड़ा हो रहा है पूरी दुनिया के सामने, और खासतौर पर भारत की अगर हम बात करें तो दुनिया का सबसे ज्यादा आबादी वाला ये देश है, तो क्या एआई से रोजगार पैदा होंगे या रोजगार खत्म होंगे? ये बड़ा सवाल है, इसका जवाब क्या है?
जैसा मैंने शुरू में कहा आपको, हमारी आईटी इंडस्ट्री एक बहुत बड़ी इंडस्ट्री है और इस आईटी इंडस्ट्री के कारण पूरे विश्व में भारत का एक गौरव है। इस इंडस्ट्री ने एआई का क्या उपयोग होना चाहिए, किस तरह से इसका उपयोग करके और नया रोजगार सृष्टि किया जा सकता है, उस पर बहुत अच्छा काम किया है और अभी करीब 33% इंक्रीज हुई है हायरिंग एआई रिलेटेड एक्टिविटीज़ में। एक फेज़ आया था करीब 1.5 साल का, जिसमें एआई को समझना, उसको आत्मसात करना, उसको अंडरस्टैंड करके किस तरह से उसको आगे ले जाना, वो एक पीरियड था। अब उस पीरियड से पिवट हो चुकी है इंडस्ट्री और अब हायरिंग और सोल्यूशन प्रोवाइडिंग उस मोड में इंडस्ट्री जा चुकी है। जैसा कि कल सभी आईटी इंडस्ट्री के मेजर्स भी प्रेजेंट थे, और जब भी नई टेक्नोलॉजी आती है तब पूरी इंडस्ट्री को, पूरे समाज को, पूरी सोसाइटी को और इकोनॉमी के सभी पार्टिसिपेंट्स को मिलकर उसमें ट्रांजिशन किस तरह से होता है, उस ट्रांजिशन के लिए काम करना चाहिए। इसीलिए बहुत बड़ा फोकस है कि हम नवयुवकों को, नौजवानों को, यूथ को और स्टूडेंट्स को इस आने वाली दुनिया के लिए तैयार करें, और इसीलिए सेमीकंडक्टर में इतना बड़ा टैलेंट डेवलपमेंट के लिए इन्वेस्टमेंट किया जा रहा है। टेलीकॉम में भी वैसा ही किया गया। इसी तरह से एआई के टैलेंट डेवलपमेंट में भी यही बड़े स्केल पे और भी बड़े स्केल पे 500 यूनिवर्सिटीज़ का टारगेट लेके चल रहे हैं, जिसमें फुल रिसोर्सेज दिए जाएंगे, एआई लैब्स एस्टैब्लिश की जाएंगी और स्टूडेंट्स को वर्ल्ड क्लास ट्रेनिंग की, वर्ल्ड क्लास टीचिंग की, वर्ल्ड क्लास कोर्स करिकुलम की फैसिलिटीज़ दी जाएगी। इधर जाए, थर्ड रो, इधर से थर्ड रो, हाँ थर्ड रो में कोई नहीं, इधर थर्ड रो।
Hello. Hi. Tripti Lahiri with the Wall Street Journal. You and other officials have laid out the promise of AI for a country like India, whether that's becoming a AI services hub, governance improvements, and so on. What do you worry about the most in terms of AI diffusion? Would it be access to hardware? Would it be disruptions, as one person asked about, or something else which we have not touched upon yet? What is it that really worries you?
Listen, if I use a very popular analogy in our country, this is the first innings of the first test of a multi-test series, cricket series. So, industry is changing, technology is changing, the knowledge about AI is changing, everything is changing very rapidly, and we have to be cognizant of the fact that in this kind of rapidly changing, such a dynamic scenario, we must all rapidly embrace the change and see what is the best of this technology, adapt it, use it to solve our population scale problems, and simultaneously, whatever the harmful impacts are, we must try and save our society from those harmful impacts. That's the thought process. This is a journey. This is not one single object. This is a journey that we have to do it together with the industry, with all stakeholders in the society. Yeah, next.
हाय सर, मैं अनिल हूँ टाइस से। सर, चूंकि एजुकेशन स्टेट सब्जेक्ट है, तो जिस तरह चाइना या अमेरिका या अदर यूरोपियन कंट्रीज में भी हम देखते हैं कि एजुकेशन में एआई का इस्तेमाल बहुत बड़े पैमाने पे हो रहा है, तो क्या स्टेट के साथ कोलैबोरेशन करके या स्टेट से बातचीत करके हम प्राइमरी लेवल पे भी से स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं एआई?
सभी राज्यों के साथ बातचीत बहुत लगातार चल रही है और राज्यों के साथ मिलकर ही काम करना है। हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी हमेशा कोऑपरेटिव फेडरलिज्म की बात क्लियर एक थॉट प्रोसेस देते हैं, तो उसी थॉट प्रोसेस पे ही चलना है। राज्यों के साथ मिलकर ही एजुकेशन में, एग्रीकल्चर में, वेदर फोरकास्टिंग में, ट्रांसपोर्ट के एफिशिएंसी में, हेल्थ केयर में, इन सब में राज्यों के साथ मिलकर ही काम करना है। Next.
हेलो सर, मैं अनामिका हूँ ईटीवी भारत से। सर, एआई की मिसयूज भी बहुत ज़्यादा हो रहे हैं। अभी हाल के दिनों में जब सरकार एक ऐसे इनबिल्ट गैजेट लेकर आई थी तो उसका विरोध भी काफ़ी ऑपोजिशन ने किया था। तो क्या इनसे रिलेटेड भी कुछ बातें होंगी सबमिट में, या इस तरह से भी कुछ आगे की सोच रही है गवर्नमेंट?
एआई के हार्मफुल इम्पैक्ट के ऊपर जो 7 थीम्स है, 7 चक्र है, उसमें से एक चक्र है सेफ एंड ट्रस्टेड एआई। ट्रस्ट को कैसे मेंटेन करें। फॉर एग्जांपल, अगर कोई व्यक्ति एआई को पूछे कि ये बीमारी है, उसके लिए क्या दवाई खानी चाहिए, अगर एआई कोई जवाब देता है तो उसका साथ में सोर्स यानी किस बेसिस पे एआई ने जवाब दिया है वो भी पता होना चाहिए, तभी एक यूजर उसका प्रॉपर यूज कर पाएगा। इसी तरीके से कोई इन्फॉर्मेशन आए तो उस इन्फॉर्मेशन का क्या सोर्स है, इस तरह की चीज़ें वो आज सोसाइटी में बहुत क्लियरली ये क्वेश्चंस उभर रहे हैं। और नई टेक्नोलॉजी में इनोवेशन के साथ साथ राइट गवर्नेंस का फ्रेमवर्क भी आना चाहिए। प्रोफेसर सूद जो प्रिंसिपल साइंटिफिक एडवाइज़र हैं माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के, उन्होंने उनकी चेयरमैनशिप में एआई का गवर्नेंस का एक फ्रेमवर्क बहुत अच्छा बना है। उस फ्रेमवर्क के आधार पे आगे एक्शन भी सरकार की तरफ से लिए जा रहे हैं और इंडस्ट्री भी उसमें पार्टिसिपेट कर रही है।
नमस्कार सर, मैं कोमल शर्मा, भारत एक्सप्रेस से। सर, जब एआई की बात ग्लोबली करते हैं हम और विकसित भारत की बात करते हैं, तो क्या प्लानिंग है देश की कि दूसरे देशों के साथ मिलकर कैसे विकसित भारत के उसमें इस एआई टेक्निक को कैसे हेल्पफुल रहेगी?
बहुत अच्छा प्रश्न है। हमारे जीवन के हर एस्पेक्ट में एआई का उपयोग होने वाला है, चाहे हेल्थ केयर हो, चाहे नए मटेरियल्स की डिस्कवरी हो, चाहे प्लानिंग, अर्बन प्लानिंग हो, चाहे अर्बन ट्रांसपोर्टेशन हो, हर एक क्षेत्र में एआई का उपयोग होने वाला है। और आने वाले समय में विकसित भारत की जो जर्नी है उसमें एआई का बहुत बड़ा रोल होगा। नेक्स्ट।
Hello sir, very good evening to you sir, Karan Sharma from Dynamite News. Actually sir, I wanted to know, as US and China mostly dominate the critical parts needed to fuel AI. So are we also looking towards middle powers like Japan, Switzerland and Singapore, so that we don't get fully dependent on them for semiconductors and all chips? But you have already told that our students are developing these chips indigenously.
Listen, very clearly, as I explained right in the beginning, we have to work on each and every layer of this entire stack. We are a country which is today one of the most important countries as far as AI is concerned, and we cannot leave any one of these layers. We must work on each and every of these 5 layers, and we are working on each one of them as I explained right in the beginning, and our progress is noted by the world, and it's a very methodical step-by-step progress where the focus is to have very important strength on at least 2 out of the 3 layers, 2 out of the 5 layers, and that is the way we are moving very consistently in that direction. Next.
Hi, so Somirendra from the Indian Express. The economic survey recently alluded to this fact that while we look at global integration, we also have to sort of look at more domestic capacity, etc. The one place where we certainly have a bit of a disadvantage is the hardware itself, because we don't produce the most critical part of whatever powers the AI data centers, etc. We also live in a world where we see continuous export control measures and everything. What is sort of our long-term strategy to ensure that we don't fall sort of victim to these export control measures, and if a country is being moody, etc. What is our sort of leverage against that kind of a scenario?
As I said, in a multi-test series, this is just the first innings, right? We have seen the transition which happened in computer world. From mainframe to PC was a transition which was so sudden, right? Just within few years, that entire transition happened. I wouldn't be surprised going forward, the way AI is being used today or the way AI models are being trained today will change significantly in the coming years, in the coming months maybe. Things are changing very rapidly. Today, practically every expert that I spoke during World Economic Forum and even during the recent roundtable, people do believe and people have come to that conclusion that small models which can work on a laptop, which doesn't require very large infra, those models are good enough for practically solving each and every problem that every large enterprise has. Specialization is going to be the key. Having a large encyclopedia kind of model versus having a very focused solution provider, those are the things which will be the big questions in the industry now. So we have to navigate this change in a very thoughtful manner and in a manner where our capital, our talent, our human resources, our IT industry's strength can be best utilized in the coming years.
Hi sir, good afternoon. Ashmit from CNBC TV 18. Sir, firstly, thank you so much for hosting us. I had just had a couple of questions. Number one, the approach that the Indian government has taken, which is the bottom-up approach on AI, was resonated in the economic survey as well. It recognized that that's the approach to follow going forward. It advocates against a very resource-intensive approach that the West has followed. Given that is the approach that the government has taken, are we to assume that we needn't come out with LLMs that compete directly with something like a ChatGPT or a Gemini, but rather focus on smaller solution-oriented models that address practical needs at the ground, one? And second, sir, in the near term, as we look to ramp up our infrastructure, cost of GPUs, given that it is dictated heavily by demand coming from overseas, is that something that you're also factoring in as you're looking to develop the AI infra here locally?
See, the world of GPUs is facing a major transition. We know that the competing chips, there's a whole series of chips which have already come out or they are coming out, right? Second, the way models are being seen and being deployed, that is also changing very rapidly. All those changes put together, as I replied to the previous question, these are the changes which are happening in real time. We must embrace each of these changes in a very thoughtful manner and adopt our policy, our strategy according to those changes. Then I think the same question is getting repeated in different language.
Hi sir, I'm Sumita from ET now. Just a question on the joint statement. What do you expect the joint statement to essentially focus on to bring about a consensus amongst countries, given the fact that some of them could have divergent views?
Wait for that, no?
This is Momita from PTI. Yesterday the economic survey also talked about the AI Economic Council, and it said that that could look at the pace of AI diffusion. It also talked about labor market issues in that. Just wanted to know your thoughts on that, because AI got a full chapter in the economic survey yesterday talking about some of these things, the asymmetries that are there in economies today in this AI landscape. Any thoughts on whether we would be looking at an AI Economic Council going ahead, which will regulate, look at the policy in specific, specifically to do with artificial intelligence?
Already our principal scientific advisor is already working on the entire governance framework, and some of these thoughts have been discussed in various forums, and basis that these ideas have been put in the economic survey. These are very good ideas, very sustainable and very structure oriented ideas, where we can develop the right institutions for the new world, new AI or AI impacted world, I would say. So these are the institutions which we will have to build so that we can make the changes as the industry and the technology changes.
So, Ohik from Money Control. So as part of the summit, you also said that they will be exploring AI governance models. Is that work already started as part of the working group meetings? And And which are the countries that we are engaging with? Are we focusing on the global south, or are we also engaging with countries like the USA or the China?
We are engaging with about 100 countries, and yes, that is part of the working group, one of the tasks, or rather one of the themes of the working groups, which is about the correct governance framework and making sure that AI is safe and trusted. Yeah.
Hi sir, Shubhan from the Economic Times. I just wanted to go back to the point that you made about expanding AI infrastructure to students from around 500 universities. In this particular case, in those AI labs, they will be given access to EDA tools?
AI labs, they will be given to AI models,
okay,
and GPUs.
Okay sir.
And data.
Hi sir, I am Sumit. Actually, we are becoming the global test bed for emerging technology. So are we planning to develop our public or open source libraries?
Yes, we are already 7,000 data sets, more than 400 models already available on AI Kosh, and the bouquet of sovereign models which are under preparation. Yeah.
Hi sir, so Shavik from Mint. One quick follow-up to the question around development of models. So we've seen this DeepSeek moment happen last year with sort of industry-wide global disruption happening in the way AI models work. We're of course talking about developing use case specific smaller models as our way forward. Are we not looking at LLMs as a strategy for India's AI mission, or are we looking specifically at application-based development of AI?
As I said, the bouquet of LLMs, bouquet of models which are required for a sovereign capacity, that also is part of the program, and that bouquet also will be released during the AI Impact Summit. Part of those which are finally fully developed, they will be released during the AI Summit.
हेलो सर, अनीता चौधरी से सर इधर अनीता चौधरी सर स्वदेश से। मेरे दो सवाल हैं। एक सवाल कि क्योंकि हम लोग इंटर कंट्री डाटा भी शेयर कर रहे हैं और एक देश दूसरे देश के साथ मिलकर काम कर रहे हैं, तो हम जानते हैं टेक्नोलॉजी जितना हमारे लिए हेल्पफुल होता है वो बैकफायर भी होता है, क्योंकि डाटा अगर शेयर कर रहे हैं और वो कहीं हमारे सेंसिटिव डाटा को हैम्पर कर रहा है, तो उसके सिक्योरिटी के लिए क्या कोई हमने मेजरमेंट या ऐसी कोई यूनिट बना रखी है जो फुल्ली प्रोटेक्टेड रखे इन रिगार्ड्स ऑफ द नेशनल सिक्योरिटी? दूसरा, हम एआई का यूज मोस्टली क्रिएटिव टू मेक द थिंग्स मोर क्रिएटिव ऐसा सोच के कर रहे हैं, लेकिन रिगार्डिंग द ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग द क्रिएटिविटी ऑफ द ह्यूमन जो है वो कहीं ना कहीं हैम्पर हो रहा है, तो उसको लेकर के क्या कुछ रोड मैप है?
बहुत अच्छा प्रश्न आपका। डेटा सिक्योरिटी, प्रिवेसी को प्रोटेक्ट करना और डेटा की सॉवरेंटी का ध्यान रखना, इसीलिए पार्लियामेंट में डीपीडीपी एक्ट अप्रूव हुआ था, उसका इम्प्लीमेंटेशन भी स्टार्ट हो गया है। और साथ ही साथ जो एआई का एक पिलर है सेफ एंड ट्रस्टेड एआई, इस पिलर के ऊपर जो वर्किंग ग्रुप्स है उन लोगों ने भी बहुत अच्छा काम किया है। साथ ही प्रिंसिपल साइंटिफिक एडवाइजर साहब ने जो गवर्नेंस का फ्रेमवर्क दिया है उसमें भी डेटा गवर्नेंस, डेटा प्रिवेसी, डेटा प्रोटेक्शन, उन सब पॉइंट्स को कवर किया गया है। और ये भी बात आपकी सही है कि हमें एआई को टूल की तरह यूज़ करना चाहिए, हमें एआई पे डिपेंडेंट नहीं हो जाना चाहिए, जिससे कि हमारी जो ओरिजिनल ह्यूमन थिंकिंग है वो थॉट प्रोसेस हमारा कायम रहे। ये पॉइंट आपका अच्छा है। आ रही है, आपकी आवाज बुलंद है।
Thank you. Ajit from Radiance Media. Are we also discussing resources use like energy use and water use in AI?
बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हैं। 7 थीम्स में से रेजिलियंस, इनोवेशन एंड एफिशिएंसी, ये अपना आप में एक बहुत बड़ा थीम है, जिसमें वाटर, पावर, इन सब की एफिशिएंसी और प्रॉपर यूज हो, सस्टेनेबल यूज हो। लास्ट क्वेश्चन।
Hello. Hi sir, this is Sejal Sharma from Hindustan Times. I wanted to get a status update on the AI Innovation Festival that was supposed to happen in Connaught Place. I couldn't help but notice that it wasn't mentioned in the slideshow.
Creativity Festival has become part of the main summit here at Bharat Mandapam for security reasons. So whatever is happening, that will be part of the Bharat Mandapam evening.
So last question, probably. I'm from German TV. Just one question, like, AI demands a lot of energy. So do you think the existing power infrastructure is enough for that, or do you are planning something else, or maybe nuclear or some other source of energy?
Nuclear power will be very important part going forward. As we know, AI does require a huge amount of energy. That's why we have done the major reforms in nuclear power. And nuclear power will definitely be an important part of the AI energy infrastructure and the energy layer going forward. Thank you, friends.